Okay, good afternoon. We are back. And a couple things that changed from our morning stream to now. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. A couple things that changed. I did go ahead and put my sections over here in my watch list. So that's good news. If you like the trading software that I'm using as far as the, hold on a second. Make sure that this works the right way. There we go. Control C. Okay. And there's a link to the chart software I use while I'm trading, and also doing my education and entertainment, because that's what we are all about here. Take a quick look here. And go. Okay. Balances, we got news, we got time and sales, and I think, nope. I have to make sure everything's hidden that I want to be hidden. All right. Market depth. AMC 11:15. We were at so an hour and a half ago when we ended the first stream, we were sitting at about 1092, 1094. Sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on silencio. Silence. What's that sound? Science, or whatever it is. Okay, so holding at 1116. Looking pretty good there. So holding on to the 11. So what I did was I made sections in my chart software that I use. I put crypto up first. I've got what's called the meme YOLOs, AMC, GME, and Rocket in there for now. I've got my personal holdings so that I can keep an eye on, and then I've got indices, and then I have the best of, or the rest of the best. So looking at the overall markets, we are sitting up 230 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That is up about 0.71%. We are down 140 on the NASDAQ, so down about 1.04%. And we are down only 6.25 on the S&P, 0.17%. If you're looking at the bottom of your screen, the bottom of your screen shows the S&P 500, and the absolute bottom of the screen shows the VIX. The VIX is the volatility index. The S&P 500, I look for these two as confirmations when I'm looking for a buying signal on my stuff. What we're looking at over here is we're seeing some red here as it drops to 1116. So what we have on this screen, a whole bunch of buys there. There we go, 1119, jumping up. Nice battle. So reason I come on at 1130 is not because power hour starts at noon or 3 o'clock Pacific. It's because the action really starts about a half an hour before power hour begins, and that's when things happen. So as you can see on here, this is my Street Smart Edge software. It's the brokerage I use. It's done through Charles Schwab. I do get level 2 quotes, and these are live, and I do get time and sales. So what you'll see over here is you'll see the reds and the green. Green is good. That means the last sales are buys on the level 2s. When you see light gray, pardon me, when you see light gray in there, and the purples, those are basically, the light gray is going to be your dark pools. Those are going to be your institutionals making buys or sells, and that's where you'll see the decimal places, because they get to buy out to 4 decimal points, and we only get to go down to what's actual reality here on the bid and ask. So 1121 by 1122, we got our first question. He goes, he's back. Hey TS Chimps, how you doing today? Good to see you in the chat. How's AMC looking? Your thoughts? I bought in at 1110. All right, so we're at 1124. Let's go ahead and we'll break that down right now for him. And let's go into, he bought at 1110. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my 3-minute chart. I'm going to guess on when you got in. And let's just say you got in at 1110, somewhere in this range, right? So we had a buy signal at 1102. Well, that was the top of the candle. So right around 1096. So you were on a buy signal on a 3-minute chart. So a couple of things I look at. You had a blue line above the red. into a slightly oversold position right now, so you got to be careful because that's heading down just a little bit. We're well above the 50 moving average. We're above the whatchamacallit, the VWAP, volume weighted average price, as well as a 200 period average or the 180 period average. I had my alert set for 1076. We never hit that one again. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that alert. Will it let me? There we go. Remove. Boom. Yes, remove. Get it out of there. We don't want it anymore. We're past that stage. So what it says, we have a widening of the Bollinger Band. We're trading above here. This is hanging out. That's not necessarily a bad sign. It depends on what your exit is looking at. Buying at 1110. If you're looking at this as a scalp, depending on the amount of shares, and again, you don't have to disclose the amount of shares that you have in there, I would look for my 3-minute on the sell if I was scalping. I would look for confirmation on that. But going down to the 30-second chart now, on the 30-second chart, do not, again, please, 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 for the life of all that is good in the world, do not pay any attention to buy and sell signals I have on a 30-second chart. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. A, you won't be able to keep up with them. B, they're not confirmed, at least for my own trading rules. So don't follow what I do. You will lose 100% of your money if you follow what I am doing. So 1110 to 1130, so divided into, so you are up right now 2%. So that's pretty good. So it depends on what you're looking at. So looking at the 30-second chart, we got some good momentum coming in, coming up to the top of power hour here in another 23 minutes. So that's looking good. I have my water. I fed myself. I have my power food. I have my treat, and I'm ready to go. So, I mean, it does not meet my risk profile to jump in here at 1110. You know, the battle seems to be shaping up for $11 on AMC today. We went over options earlier this morning. Again, what I did was I was able to take all my meme stocks and basically load them up here up at the top and make it a little bit easier to read and for you to follow along. Also, let me know in the chat, hey, this right-hand column, can you guys view that okay? Even on a phone or zoom in, can you see those prices and percentages as they're changing? I put crypto up top. I put meme YOLOs, you only live once. And then I put the stuff that I personally own so I can keep an eye on it. It's not everything I own, by the way, but it's some of it. And so I put those there as well. I'm up about 2% on the day today, so I'm looking pretty good, had an improvement. You'll watch what happens to the S&P heat map here. Got some things solidly in the red. Google down 2.88%. So somebody earlier was talking about the triple Qs, and so now we're down here. Let's see if we got a sell signal. Oh, that's on GME. Yeah, we're not following that entirely too closely today. So GME at 274. Will it push to 300? We'll see. Will AMC push to 12? I know we had a viewer in here earlier this morning that had some $12 calls on AMC expiring today. So hopefully we get a run for them in here up towards the 12. I don't see it. Nothing from a fundamental or technical standpoint, according to my rules, which is not advice, tells me that we're going to go up to 12, but things could change. What I did say was, if we have a battle, I will be more than happy to help participate in it. And what I'll do is I can show you guys any buys that I do if we have a battle here towards the end of the market day. I do have some cash available to help out towards that cause, and so that will be it. Because if it goes up towards 12, I'm not necessarily concerned. If I can help out a little bit and keep it above 12, again, I'm one person. What the amount I'm going to put into it isn't going to matter. But psychologically, for me, it's a good idea. That means all my option calls are up too, because I've got option calls expiring next Friday, March 19th. I've got 30 option calls on AMC expiring at $4 a share, and I've got 15 calls expiring at $8 a share for $3.19 expiration. Oh, I'm sorry, my $8 calls are out to April 16th. Apologies. So 30 calls next Friday, $3.19, and I also bought 10 shares yesterday at, what was it, 10 something? 10, I forget what it was. I'm profitable on those. though. So we're up on those. We can actually we can look at that right now. So the 10 shares I bought are at 1026. Woohoo! So 1026. If I had put 1,000 shares into that, divided into 1127, I would have made 9%. So I'm up 9% on my 10 shares. Pennies. It's about 10 bucks. All right, so here we go. So we're looking over here, looking at the red is going to be your sales on the time and sales. Your gray with the decimals, a lot of times that's going to be your institutionals. And so if you see any big ones, feel free to shout them out in here. These are our orders all on the order book on the level 2s. Again, because of my what I chose and what I asked for, I get ARCA, I get NASDAQ. I can go smart. I can go smart and let the Charles Schwab computers get me the best fill. I like Schwab only because they give very good fills, and I get filled really well when I am using them on my buys and sells. So we'll have that here. This will be more of a concern as we get closer to closing time in another hour and 20 minutes. For now, we'll take a look at AMC here. And improved from yesterday, I now figured out how to leave the chat over there, so we have that up there as well. And so your 1110, I mean, you're looking okay. It depends on what your holding period is. If you're holding to the moon, yeah, you're looking pretty good, at least in my opinion. If you are looking at using it as a scalp, I'm still on a buy signal on my 3-minute. I still got my blue above my red. I'm above my VWAP, my 20, and my 200 average. Don't pay attention to the red line there. And then my Bollinger Band is well in play as well. And that's got a pretty wide breadth right now, which could also mean it's going down on that too. But looking at the 30-second chart, we're waffling here, or the correct term for that is consolidation. Forget what I said. There is no correct term. It's known as consolidation. I call it waffling sometimes when a stock doesn't know exactly what it wants to do. Again, don't pay attention to the sell indicators or the buy indicators on my 30-second chart. These are my options up here. If we want to have a lot of fun, here you go. Knock yourself out. Be a day trader. Trade by the second and see if you can keep up with the buy sells. That's why I only listen to my own buy and sells per my own trading rules on a 3-minute candle. See, if you were looking at that, you'd be freaking out right now on that drop, right? Oh, it's crashing, flash crash. No, even on the 30-second, it's minor at best. And on the 3-minute, not even a blip. Now, because this is kind of setting up as a doji here on the 3-minute, we did top out. This will change to a pivot in a couple candles up here at this 1131. Our high on the day is only 1140. So we are 1140 as a high on the day. So again, I don't have a whole lot of confidence, of that on there. So all right, so Law of Chaos says we had a 19,000 share sell at 1130. Okay. There we go. And again, on the volume though, here's the thing. Do the volume of the sellers exceed the volume of the buyers? Do the volume of the sellers exceed the volume of the buyers? In this particular trend where we're at right now, they do not. It doesn't mean that they can do it. This is still in buy territory. On a 3-minute chart, my blue's above the red. I'm above all my averages, my VWAP. This is now turned into momentum. To the viewer that bought this thing at 1110, what's his name? TS Chimps, love it. Had my banana on the earlier stream. You know, this is a momentum play that we're looking at. He might be looking at. And look, even if he's looking at it short term, even if he decides to take his profit, take your profits when you can. The time that you get profits is exactly the time you push the sell button to lock those gains in. Same with losses. You don't have any losses until you push the sell button and claim the loss. So on a 30-second, this is going to show some down pressure. But look at this over here, folks. We got the S&P. I think that puts us in the green for the day. Ha! Made me a liar. Minus 2.95, but it's trying. The VIX is going down, 115 down on the NASDAQ. That's an improvement. And we're at 1119, 1120 on the NASDAQ. So, or Dow Jones, sorry. So we're up on the Dow Jones as well. So looking at that, the Dow, we're up 243. We're up 243.747. Got a nice run on the Dow. Let's switch to the 3-minute. Okay, real nice confirmation. Got a nice one looking there. Let's go to the Nasdaq. This is going to show a nice, somewhat of a flat trend, but we're up off the lows of the day, and that's the important part there. And then we have the SPX trying to turn green on the day. Got a buy signal on the 3-minute though, so that's going to bode well for the triple Qs. I did it again. Q, Q, Q. I type too quick sometimes, and the software's got to catch up to my hands. So nice confirmed buy signal on the QQQ, so that's looking pretty good. Cryptos, we got our BTC, our Bitcoin is up 57,000, up. Down 697, but up huge on the year to date. I think the year to date, it's up 96%. Again, my exposure is 15% Bitcoin, 85% Ethereum. And year to date, my Ethereum is up 138%. So that's pretty good too. So AMC 1120, it looks like we're channel bound here a little bit. We are going to see a little bit of a battle on GameStop, but GameStop cannot break through this 290, 295.40 is where it got up to. So a little bit of a run here. The bulls are starting to take control. That's good. Going out to the 3-minute chart. Got a buy signal, so that's looking pretty good on GameStop too. My other one, I'm calling a meme right now. I still own 500 shares of this. I got out my other shares on my taxable account for the dividend grab was at $25.99. So I got out of Rocket 250 shares to claim the $1.11 dividend yesterday. That was at $25.99. So I missed quite a bit actually. It got up to 27. I forget where I sold, but yeah, I missed $2 of upside. I didn't care. I made like $1,200 on a 4-day run. So I don't really care about that. It's a profit. A profit is a profit. You do not ever lose a profit because you missed, you sold what some would call too early. No such thing as too early when you're locking in a profit. Okay. All right. So 1123, 30-second chart here, folks. That's where we're at. We're on a 30-second chart. Bill Shaver says, I'm all alone. I need AMC to 20. Over in YouTube, hit the like button, number 3. All right, very good. That's because everyone is waiting till 350 to buy. So very nice. And I answer the YouTube stream. I have to type it on my iPad because what I type in the Twitch stream doesn't seem to go over there. Although, hold on a second. Let me see something here. I'm just clicking through my software. Yeah, that's read only. So there we go. All right, so AMC to 20. All right, here we go. My first question to you, sir, is what's your timeline? Okay. Also, what did you buy in at? Did you buy in at $20 a share, or are you hoping it moves to $20 a share? If you can answer that in chat, I'll take a look at that. But looking at $20, when do I see $20 on this? I have to go all the way back to the weekly. Forget about the January 20. I talk about fundamentals on my channel, okay? You're talking about October of 2018 levels, all right? So October of 2018 levels, and the resistance would be 2145, okay? So 2145 would be the next upward swing if we don't moon, okay? Can it push to 20 between now and then? Again, I think we'll really get a firm decision on that. I'm going to go to the 5-minute chart here. We'll get a firm decision on that, pushing to 20. Probably, honest to goodness truth, not until the movies start coming out next month in April. We're hoping again that there was an article said theaters were opening this weekend in LA. Newsom said they might. I don't know if, let's see, Orange County theaters open. I typed wrong. Who cares? It'll find it in my DuckDuckGo. When is this one? Here we go. Oh, as early as Monday. So I thought that they were going to come out with a decision today for, yeah, see, that's not going to happen. I'm going to click out of this. But here you go. On these paywalls, you can scroll and still read their crap. Restaurants, gyms, businesses, and movie theaters will soon be allowed to reopen at 25% levels, I believe, is the same one everybody's using. And they're talking about that for Monday. Let's go back because I'm not giving them my information. I disabled my ad blocker. I should have left it open. Let's go to news. See, that's from 2 days ago. Can reopen if it hit it 1 day ago, 4 hours ago. That's CBS. Is that live? Who's in LA? Anybody in LA? Okay, so this is 4 hours ago. Did they announce that? I didn't know that they did. Likely to be moving into red tier. Is expected to qualify as early as Friday and officially move. Oh, okay. Qualify on Friday, possibly move into the red tier as early as Monday. Ridiculous. And then they're looking at 25% capacity. So it looks like they may be able to open in LA. We do have theaters up in San Francisco area. I believe Santa Clara County or Santa Clarita. I forget which county it is up there. But they've got 5 AMC theaters on the conference call from earnings the other day. So that's certainly good news. So we're sitting at AMC, it's sitting at 1121. And my viewer over there on YouTube did not answer my question of what his buy-in was. So I see $20. I think it can actually hit $20 on AMC. My guess is sometime between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Or I'm sorry, yeah, even Memorial Day and Labor Day. My subconscious overrides my reality sometimes. The CEO, Adam Aaron, was talking about all the movies that are going to be released between Memorial Day and the 4th of July. So if they're released between Memorial Day and the 4th of July, we should see some pops there once the box office stuff comes out. There was an article I read late last night that was talking about the 2 biggest markets for AMC, New York and LA. New York theaters are already open. They have 13 of them there. AMC closed 60 unprofitable theaters over the last year since the pandemic started. And then they remodeled a whole bunch of them. They also got into cahoots with Harvard and Pfizer, and they're partnering with Clorox for the cleaning of their theaters. And the biggest quote I took from the earnings call was his exact words were, the days of dirty, I'm paraphrasing, the days of dirty theaters are now over. And so, the days of walking in popcorn, and I talked about, I think I said, I'll bet anybody $100 or $1,000. I forget what I said, but you will see in AMC theaters your responsibility by peer pressure to help keep theaters clean and pick up your stuff and throw it away. I expect a whole bunch of more garbage cans, etc. So $20, a target of $20 on AMC. I think you're looking summertime, but it doesn't mean that some sort of a squeeze or push up to 20 can't happen that extend beyond the fundamentals and the technical analysis of the stock. I do not give tax advice. I do not give financial advice. I don't give stock advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to do this anymore. Back in the day, I used to work for Merrill Lynch and Prudential. I was fully licensed at that time. Series 7, Series 63, Series 65, all lines of insurance. I think at one time I was up to 23 different states that I got, what's the word? Whatever the word is that means that you can trade in all of them. Reciprocity, there we go. But not since then, and that was a long time ago. So don't take my advice. If you take my advice or if you act on any information that you're watching on either of these channels on Twitch or over on YouTube, you will lose 100% of your money and you will go down burning in flames. So basically, Tesla up. I just bought 1.1 up $21 so far. Very good. All right, so we can look at Tesla. We got some time here. So AMC sitting up 96 cents, 11.24. Hey, if it stays in that range, I'm okay. If we push towards 12, I will promise I will buy some more if we need to. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at Tesla, and let's see on the bounce here. 1 second. Okay. I got to figure out a way that I can chat on both and it shows up on both. Did it say where he got in at? Okay, Tesla up just about 1.1% off the bottom. All right, so I would have had a signal on top. If I was watching this from the beginning of the day and I was looking for an opportunity, would I have bought here? Actually, I would not have. Because of these huge candles on the beginning, my trading rules that I only ascribe to would not have allowed me to buy this stock at that point. I only buy if all my rules are in place. Call it emotional maturity. It's not about how much you can make in the market. It is literally about lessening your losses and managing your losses, because I go for a 2-to-1 profit ratio is what I look for, and that way I can be right 45% of the time and still make money. Okay, my averages are much higher. Maybe I'll take a couple screenshots and I'll give you some examples on Monday maybe. But I would have hit a trigger right at this point here on Tesla. I would have bought, but it would have told me to sell. I don't know if I would have sold here or not. I probably would have got out up here. Maybe not on this one because it was consolidating and that wasn't a big enough candle, because I'd still be in play. Probably on this candle here, let's say I was a retard and I missed it, 2 candles, and I finally woke up, 1.39%, up 940. So you're up $21 on it. KK Bricks over there on YouTube. Nice job, dude. Nice play. That's a good one there. You know, I've got a better favorite for you, though. So you're up on that. And let me show you what I'm up on today. I have not made any trades today. Hate to tell you, but guess what this is? This is my Tesla. Ford is my Tesla. Those of you that watched my streams earlier in the week, I made my case for Ford. Ford is taking away market share from Tesla. You can believe it, you cannot believe it, but that's what's happening. But that's a long-term hold. I'm in excess of, I will just tell you this, I am in excess of 5,000 shares on Ford. What is that? 5,000 times 1340. So what I'm disclosing, about 67 grand. I have a little bit more than that into them. And then I think, did I buy a, hold on. I don't think you'll see it on here. So 1117, looks like we're range bound a little bit on AMC right now. There we go. So I have 50 of the April 16th $14 calls on Ford. 50 of the April 16th $14 calls on Ford, and I paid 42 cents for those bad boys. All right, so that's what I have. That's what I have on Ford. They're my Tesla. Great job on your Tesla play there. I'm not into Tesla at all. Like I said, and I told you guys before, I got out of Tesla at 663 after having purchased in the 400s. I missed the run up to 900. Didn't meet my risk profile. I should have bought it. It was a mistake. I didn't. I was into some other things, made some other money, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know that I would necessarily go all in on a long-term buy on Tesla at this point, but only because I firmly believe that Ford and not GM, Ford is going to be stealing the market share from Tesla. That's for sure. There's a story out there. If you go out there and you look up, if you get a chance, look at this story, because if this doesn't Tesla, oh, I better spell it out. Tesla owner drives Mach-E Ford. He drove it across the country, and I think he spent $160. News. This is behind a paywall. I don't think it's gonna show it. Detroit Free Press had it behind a paywall, so we'll probably get a pop-up here. Tesla owner spends $160 driving cross-country in all-electric 2021 Mustang Mach-E. This damn thing has me thinking about buying one and putting in a reservation for one. Up to 300 miles on a charge. Why don't I like GM, and why do I like Ford over GM? Ford has the Mach-E. Ford has the hybrid F-150 that will eventually be electric and #1 selling truck in the world. And then Ford has the new Bronco that they can't keep in stock either. All GM has right now is the Bolt that goes 256 miles, costs $41,000. The Mach-E is $42,000. There you go. That's my quick 30-second analysis on Ford over Tesla. But great. I love Elon Musk. I watch his rocket crap all the time. I watch SN9 and SN10 blow up on the pad when it tried to land, or 8-9. I saw a 10 land, do the bunny hop, tilt, and then blow up a couple minutes later. So I love Elon Musk. I love Tesla. I have a pre-order in on SpaceX's internet on Starlink. I paid my $100 for it. I'm waiting for the modem and router. So as soon as they release that, which they said will probably be this summer, I'll be on Starlink as well. And then my goal on Starlink is when I move to Wyoming, I can pop that puppy up on the roof, and I have my internet the first day I move in. So that's my game plan there. So I don't know if that's going to work or not because they're not in Wyoming right now. But eventually, when I sell, that's what I'm looking at. All right, back up to AMC, right where we left it. All right, purely entertainment. Okay, I saw that. Really good publicity with gas prices going up. More people are going to be interested. Okay, with a caveat. Here's the other side of electrical, and this is happening in some states now, and it's going to happen with gasoline taxes. I filled up yesterday for 89 octane on my 2020 Jeep Cherokee I bought in June, and on that one I paid $3.44 for a gallon of gas. Okay, as more electrics hit the market, gas taxes are going to go through the roof. Not only that, your registration and your vehicle fees are going to go up as well. You're going to see registration increases, possibly 20% on registrations, and even a punishment for electric. And what they're going to say is, well, we need the money to fix the roads. And if you don't pay this, we can't fix the roads. Thanks for being green. We're going to take away your subsidies, and your subsidies for buying electric are going to go down because once we get mass, now we just need the revenue. Now we're all about the revenue. Okay, so that's what we have coming in with electric, but I want an electric car. I would love something electric that I can tow, that I can hook solar panels up to on an RV, take my Starlink internet with me, hit a bunch of national parks, trade and teach you guys live from the middle of nowhere and do some trading. How freaking cool would that be? How cool would that be for me to be the first RV Starlink trading streamer on the internet? Somebody's going to steal my idea. One of you retarded apes is going to take that idea and say, I'm going to run with that. Okay, I also have 2 Apple 140 calls for October, paid $6.30 for each call. Okay, Apple 140 calls at $6.30. All right, let's see here, Apple. If some of this option stuff is too deep for you guys, I understand. Don't worry about it. When do those? For October. Okay. So he bought Apple calls. For, doesn't say how many, doesn't matter. For $6.30 for October. Now, what that means is this: the premium that he paid for those calls, and we can look at this. Hold on, we'll pull this up. Let's go into Apple. Okay, and we're going to go into our options stream. All right. Did I click on it? I thought I clicked on it. I did. Okay. All strikes. Oh, for March 12th. Sorry. What do you say? October, right? Let that catch up, and he's into the 630s. All right, let me scroll down. Why are mine showing? Oh, around the money. Sorry, out of the money. Yeah, 630 on Apple. That might be an out of the money strike price. Maybe, just maybe. October. Oh, 140. What am I looking at? Here we go, right here. So 140. He's in with he got the magic one there. Okay. So those are selling at 635 right now. So what you do, his break even on those, if you take Apple at 120 right now, let's say you were to buy that call, and you take that, and let's say the midpoint is 630 plus 6.3. you know, once that stock hits 126.30, guess what? He's gonna be in the green here. So he doesn't necessarily think it's gonna go to 140. He's hoping it goes to 140, but his break even is 126.30. But what's gonna happen? The most important part is this: as this price goes up, and let's look. We can leave it on. Let's go out to 1 hour. Okay, and my external is turned off. Okay, so he's down here at the bottom. So he bought it somewhere, you know, whatever day or whatever time he bought it. This goes back just last week. Let's say he was super ape, and let's say he was a stupid retard degen. Okay. By the way, I've thought of a name to call us in here. Everybody has, you know, I'm a Gen Xer. Okay. You guys can probably call me freaking boomer. I don't care. Gen Ds. So what do you think of Gen Ds in the chat? And the way it would look is this. Now, why Gen Ds? Because Gen Ds get 10 Ds. Haha. See? That's how my warped mind works. Okay, so we're at 120. When's the last time it was at? It was at 140. 139 right here. We're talking about January. Here's the risk in that. And depending, Bill, on the I'm just going to call you Bricks. Bricks, depending on the 140 calls, what your time frame is to hold on to those things. If you're looking for something short term, you got to be careful. At some point when the good news runs out, the market's going to drop, right? And that's why I have in my own, I got my triple Q with the S in front of it for the short to possibly take a position in that. So if you're looking at for, let's just call it an option scalp to ride it from 120, maybe up to 125, 130, grab your premium and go. If it's long term, will you have enough time between now and October? It depends. Let's say I don't know why I'm doing math here. Let's say the market takes a 20% dump and your Apple goes from 120 down to $96, which is 20%. Okay, so you're sitting at $96 now. You're out of the money on your premium. Now you're losing money on that call. As it gets closer to October, what if we don't recover by then? What if guys like me that don't care what the market goes down to because I'm just going to trade the next scalp to get my $191 a day, I need to pay all my bills, right? And my Comcast bill for $90 a month for my 1 gig. If it doesn't get back to there, you're going to be out, and it could be a while. Other things that might impact this year is you have to look at the makeup of not only the federal representation, but also the state in which you live. You have Washington State is looking to go, there's no income tax in Washington State. They're looking to incorporate a 9% capital gains tax. 9%. You sell your house, 9%. You sell your stock, 9%. It's a freaking income tax. California, and they can pass this if they want to. California is looking at taxing unrealized capital gains. You buy a stock at 10, you sell it at 20 within the first year. I'm not tax advice. If I bought a stock at 10%, if I sold it at 20, that $10 is taxed for me as ordinary income. I hold it 366 days. It's taxed at whatever my long-term capital gains rate. Might be looking at 10% instead, right? Let's say that California, you're holding that stock and you're like, well, I'm going to wait for the capital gains. And they say, oh, no, Mr. Taxpayer. You invested 10 to 20. You owe us your unrealized tax of 10% on that gain of $10 or whatever number they decide to come up with. Now let's push out further. We all saw the GameStop hearings, and there's been additional Senate hearings that I haven't streamed or I haven't even watched because I don't care enough. They talked about additional regulation. There were some Democrats on that stream that asked questions about what would a financial transaction tax do. I see a couple different things. I'm not going to say three. I see a couple different things that might happen this year in regulations that I'm worried about. Financial transaction tax, capital gains on a federal level going up, capital gains on a state level being implemented or going up. Okay. Market going down. Okay. There's a lot of risk in there and additional regulations. They could take the PDT rule, the pattern day trader rule, allows you to buy and sell as much as you want and you don't get locked out of your account. I've never been locked out of an account. Okay, I play by the rules. Whatever the rules are, I'm going to play by them. I'm going to exploit them. I'm going to use them to my advantage to play against them. I was so ticked off at Facebook for getting in timeout. I took shorts against the damn company and traded them short just to piss off employees in that huge dump. That's how I get even. I try and take Comcast and I try and trade it once a month to pay my $90 cable. I don't have cable. I'm a cord cutter. But to pay my $90 internet bill, I pay for 1 gig speed through Comcast. I finally deleted my bill down $10 for a year by allowing them to do auto pay. Okay, I'm not getting the point, but on that auto pay, the auto pay is tied to my points card, and so I get 180 points every time I pay my cable bill. Rock on, baby. So that's set up nicely. So Apple calls here, depending on what price you got into those at Bricks. You know, you paid $630, okay. So it would have to go up to $146.30 in October, but any rise over that $630, his premium, you're talking about each call is 100 shares, right? So he's got the 140 calls, okay. So let's look at it right now. If he sells it, the same price. We're at 625 by 630 right now. If I was buying this call, don't do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't really follow Apple too closely, although they rule the world. But the stock market in China has crashed over the last 4 days. Any type of issues or tensions in China, Apple's going to have a problem with Foxconn and all their manufacturers that build their stuff over in China. So that could be a problem for Apple. So keep an eye with your calls. Make sure you're watching Apple News like a hawk, because if you get into something and then you start to get that gut feeling of, hey, something's going wrong here, you might have that going on. So be careful on the Apple calls. Went down a little bit here, but we're up, but we're down on the day about 0.5%, 46 cents or so. Probably a safe bet through October. I think that you picked a good strike price. You probably do what I do. You go and look and say, hey, what's the smart money doing? I'm just a retarded ape, right? If I'm going to look at something and taking a call on a position $20 over, I'm not going to buy the call down here that has 140 at 190 bucks. Where's all the juice at? The juice is at 5,700 contracts at 140. So good choice. That would have met my criteria. I don't have enough research or DD due diligence on Apple to say what I would do in that particular situation. But it looks like a decent move, at least from the onset. Let's get back into AMC. What are your AMC calls at? You have the 1050 call for AMC 319, my man. There you go. My calls for 319 are at 4. I actually bought in the money ones. And 10 for 326. The 326, careful on that because it's going to be a smaller expiration cycle at the end of the month. If I owned 10 calls for 326, I might look at rolling those out, if your broker allows you to, out to the 416 on the monthly expiration. So the other calls that I own are out to the those are my shares. I've got 15 calls for April 16th at $8. So your 10 and a half call for 319, that's pretty good. The 10 for 326, also good. Will we hold above there? It looks like initially we're still battling for this $11. So I think that let me click. Hold on, give me a second here. And what's our GME doing? GameStop 272. Give me back to the 3-minute. Or I'm sorry, let me go back to the 30-second chart. Hey, let me know if some of this stuff is, if I'm going too fast for you guys too. I know I tend to do that. I've got a lot of energy as well, but let me know how that's looking too. So nice bounce off. Where was our alert at before? 1078 is what it should have been in. That's right. You don't even have to freaking answer. 1078 is where we should have put the alert in. I put the alert in at 1077. I missed it by a penny. And this 1085 level is looking really good. We talked about this one earlier. And what we talked about on the 1085 level was really not yesterday. Yeah, it was. I think we had some here. Yeah, we had a 1087. We had a 1087 yesterday, right at the open. So it bouncing down to there is certainly interesting where it bounced down to. All right, so now we have consolidation starting a little bit on the 30-second chart. Sorry, there is no such thing as consolidation on a 30-second chart. Might have a little bit here. So let's take a look right here. Here we are at 1103. The battle lines are drawn. So we got the battle lines drawn, and hit 1085. My worry on that candle is you now have the seller exceeded the buy candles over here. So that 1085, it's only one wick. We're still in a sell situation, at least for my math. 2 minutes on this candle. Let me go back to the 30-second. I wouldn't be buying here, but if we were at 1099 right now and there's 2 minutes left in the market, I'd put in a buy order to help out the cause. And I wouldn't do options. I'll do shares on this. And let me hold on a second. I need to drag this down for a second because I don't want to pull up my phone. Come here. What the heck, dude? There we go. All right, give me a second, folks. All right. Down. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So if a battle forms on AMC, I'll do what I can, my little bit, which won't be much, to keep it above that $11 range. All right. So looking good here. Let's see on this breakout. Again, what I was talking about before on the 3-minute, we had again the Bollinger Band. Look at it as a shadow. Looking at skinny can be either good or bad. Okay, skinny can be good or bad, but we tend to have drops when the Bollinger Band is higher, and then as it approached, this wick right here was a warning outside the Bollinger Band, basically a precursor to what could happen. Okay, a narrowing of a band after a consolidation phase in a lot of cases can lead into a little bit of a run-up. Okay, so this is on the 3. Okay, there's a buy signal at 1107. Okay, so 1107 on the 3-minute, we had a buy signal. We were like, great, buy, press the button, go. Look for a confirmation. I'm looking at the S&P. We're going up there. The VIX is going down. That looks good. We are not in an oversold. Let's look at the MACD. Moving average, convergence, divergence. Uh-oh. Now what do I do? Where's my blue line at? Doesn't meet my rule. Computer says I can't buy. Damn. I like the stock. I like the stock. Okay. That's what I look at. That's how I do buy. So now, emotion. We all love the company. We love the fact that that we have, we think it's a good company. We like the stock. Theater's going to be reopening. I don't care what that green guy said, that CNBC carried, and all the articles on AMC. I'm beginning AMC. If I had hair to throw up here, it was all disheveled and looked like this. I'm beginning AMC with a buy of 1 cent. What they neglected to tell you is that this analyst was initiating coverage on AMC. Initiating coverage. He never covered it before. Now, go look at their company. I didn't do any research on them because I don't care enough. He's an idiot. What are the relationships that he has with short positions on AMC? Nobody asked him that question. None of the talking heads in suits on CNBC when he was blabbing right before earnings or whenever he was on talking about AMC saying, I've got a price target of a penny, and he just initiated coverage. Nobody asked him what his positions were with any of the hedge funds or those that hold it short. Nobody asked him. I don't know if it showed up on the screen if he even had any positions. He can go frickin' pound sand. He's an idiot. He looks like an idiot. And I wouldn't follow him if he was the last analyst on Earth. And I don't even know what his name was, but get out my Crayola box. I think his color started with this. So if somebody wants to find it, you can. I was done with the guy after I watched the replay on. So there. All right, so somebody just asked me, what's your setup in terms of screens? I feel like you have 4 or 5 screens. You're right, my friend. Well, 1 second. All right, I will show you guys 2 pictures. Okay, I'll show you 2 pictures. Now, the first picture I'm going to show you is my trading computer, which I'm no longer doing trading on because this is my desktop. And if you can see that, so 4 monitors on that one. That's in the other room. The reason why is because I also crypto mine. I mine Ethereum, which I've been doing since late 2017. My studio setup, you'll see a camera, you'll see a laptop, which is controlling everything. I bought 2 portable 15.6-inch screens that I have the other stuff on. And then you'll see over on the right-hand side, I have my iPad that has my chat up for YouTube because I'm streaming on both. So this is my studio setup live right here. And why is that not focusing? I might have this on manual focus. So sorry about that. Let me see something. So I have a laptop, 2 portable screens, and an iPad screen. Sorry about that's blurry. I might have the focus locked in. I don't know. Usually I do. So I do have 4 screens up because I'm streaming. Normally in my office, I would have my Street Smart Edge, which is this. I would have this on one screen. I would have on 2 different screens the same screens that you're looking at on TradingView. So the same screens that you're looking at on TradingView, I will have those up on 2 of the monitors as well. And then usually I have my mining software up, and my mining software, I'll show you what that looks like. I think I have it. Oh, no, hold on a second. Give me a second. Here we go. Let me go back to 1 second. 1223, AMC at 1113, up 86 cents. So we might have a battle for 11, but hopefully we'll have enough. We'll have enough in there. Okay. And then what I'll have on the 4th monitor in my office is this is my mining. This is my miner. Okay. So if you're quick enough to write down all these numbers, this is my Ethereum address. You can't break into it. It's a public address on the internet. Okay. So my hash rate right now is almost 1.4 gigahash. I've got a miner I got to do some maintenance on with some temps running. So I got my fans running up there right now. I have 7 different mining computers that I've been doing since 2017. My hash rate is 1.3. So since my last payout, which was yesterday, my balance is $73.96. And my next payout is scheduled for 4 days from now. So about every 4 days I get a payout. Okay. These are my rigs. I've named them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it finds about 975 to 1,000 Ethereum shares an hour. Okay, so I can look at that, and I can tell by looking at this whether one of my miners needs maintenance. This second one at 210 should be about 230. It's a warm day here where I'm at, so I've got some temperature control issues I've got to look at. I've got to reprogram my fans from wintertime to springtime to push more air out, and then this hash rate will be back up. My desktop computer, my trading computer, is hashing at 187. I've got some 3090s that I bought. That is my biggest one. And here's my monthly income. Yesterday, it was showing $4,100 a month. Today, the Ethereum price is down to $17.39, so I'm down to $37.70. That's one of my passive income streams I use. So that's one of the income streams that I have for mining. So that's my trading setup. That's what it looks like, both from a streaming capability. And by the way, my streamer, I'm sitting in the nook upstairs in my house. So in between my master bedroom, bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, and bedroom number 4 that I use as an office, I've got a nook in between that goes about, I don't know, what is that, 12 feet by 8 feet, whatever it is. And I crammed in all my lights, I crammed in my shelves, I crammed in my little thing back there for you all to focus on, and all that stuff was in there. So that's my trading setup. And that's how I do it. So you're feeling about that I have 4 or 5 screens. You are absolutely right. I do have 4 or 5 screens. I exactly have 4. And what I have right in front of me on the laptop, which is right there, if you can see that, is I have the streaming software up, and I have the chat box, and I use the iPad over here off to my right. That's so I can see if there's any questions in YouTube. And the questions do show up on the screen over here from YouTube. For example, Bill, this guy right here, this was actually a YouTube comment made on that stream. So you won't see it on your Twitch stream, but you'll see it on the main one on here. Okay. All right. But how is your wife's boyfriend? Aha. How much of a Gen D retard am I? I am somewhat dating a girl right now. We've gone out a couple times. I'm hoping to see her this weekend. So if she still has a boyfriend, that might qualify as a wife's boyfriend. I'm not married. I've been divorced since 2009. So I've been divorced since 2009. I have 2 boys, 25 and 29, 26 and 29, 26 and 29. I got a son that has that turns 30 next month, and a son that just turned 26 last month. So there we go. All right. Is that right? Oh my God, I am so dense. Hold on. Yeah, 26 and 29. Totally Gen D. When I'm concentrated on this stuff, my brain can only take so much. So 11:15 and GME, GameStop. What's Rocket doing? Rocket's down. I'm losing money on Rocket right now, but it's on a nice recovery, so that's good. All right, GME 271 again. It looks like it's going to battle the 275s to the 270s, maybe. Big time consolidation phase. The overall markets. Overall, we got the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 249. We've got the S&P 500 down $1 or 1.52, somewhere around there. And the NASDAQ is down 100 points as well. So looking pretty good there. But again, I'm going to try and stick to mostly the stock price on AMC here for the level 2 quotes. Again, a lot of dark pool. Look at all the dark pool. So who's doing stuff right now? So watch, we're at 11:14, right? Look at all the gray in there. And this is a 1-minute chart. I can't go any lower on Street Smart Edge where I can on TradingView. So you're old enough to be my dad. I'm 28. Yes, law of chaos. I absolutely am. And that's one of the things I'm trying to teach my kids how to do this stuff, like my mining stuff, right? My Ethereum. My plan with Ethereum is to use it to earn staking income, where I'll run a validator mode on AWS on Amazon, so it will always be up, and then to hopefully let my sons inherit, or a wife at that point, who knows, or my sons inherit the Ethereum that I'm using to stake as an income stream. So that's it. Good. So yes, I guess I'm old enough to be a dad. So how's my wife's boyfriend? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I love the meme though. I do dig the meme. Some of that stuff, I'll tell you what, some of the best stuff, the best entertainment were some of the questions asked on the GameStop stream. And we're coming up on 12:30. Let me go back to the 30-second here. Hold on. But some of the best entertainment was seeing journalists having to say deep fucking value or DFV, and I don't use a lot of profanity, so if you came here for that, you're not going to get a lot of it. I can say deep fucking value though, because that's actually his name. So DFV, you know, having to call out his name and have his name be listed in testimony is pretty cool. You know, seeing that listed in newspapers and Reddit and comments about your wife's boyfriend, and you know, my wife is in the other room and she's shagging a boyfriend, but he just told me to put all my beer money for the weekend on GameStop or AMC is freaking hilarious. It's entertaining, and you know, I hope that you all find this a little bit somewhat entertaining here, and as the community grows, you know, we'll form how the channel is going to go in what direction. But GameStop, this 270 level, 273, it can't break. It is not broken. Let me look at the 3-minute here, because I know we're probably above on those or right at it. All right, so we got the VWAP, we got the 50 average up here, and the 180. So it's in this hovering stage on the 3-minute stage. Definitely not on a buy signal. It's still operating on my rules on a sell signal. Waffling or consolidating. Yeah, all day long, man. It's been in this, even at this 279. Well, let me go to the, if we go to a 1-minute chart on GameStop and you look at where we started this morning at, with the exception of jumping up to 295, range bound, couple down channels here, new support level here, 264.41, might have a new one at 267, might have a new one at 259. You know, it should have been 270s. So it is consolidating here. It's forming a nice base at this level here, and I think everybody would be okay with that. I think if you look at all the options expiring today, it's a very small amount. All the juice, I call money juice sometimes, all the juice, all the money is really on the 319 calls and puts that are out there. And so I'll be doing some more D&D over the weekend, and I don't know if I'll do a separate D&D video yet. I'm still trying to rack into my routine here. The first stream took a little bit out of me, and I usually take a break. I went an hour longer. So GameStop, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one. I'm more interested in AMC today. 11:31. What? What are you doing? Oh, 3-minute chart. I don't trade on 1 minute. Let's see here. Okay, again, we're back to this 1085. Looking good. Looking good. There's our buy signal on the 3-minute, right? We talked about that one at 11:02, 11:03. Still carrying on that one. Nice push. Gotta hold above this 11:30. Went up to that 11:33. Didn't hit the 11:40 pivot from earlier on the 3-minute and slammed right back down a little bit. I say slam, not really a slam, but you know, going from a top wick at 11:40, 11:34 or so, or sorry, 11:33, and then going back down to 28. It's a very, very short-term slam. But nice recovery on the S&P 500. The VIX is trading down. That's certainly good news. Let's look at the heat map. A little bit duller. Apple's down 1% for our pal over there on YouTube that has the Apple calls. Microsoft, we got Google down 2.5%. Facebook down. Amazon, Tesla down. We got our energy in the green. ExxonMobil up 1.08%, and we've got Chevron up 0.04%. The financials are hitting it pretty good. Healthcare stocks are up, but barely. Utilities are all up. Again, if you do any energy, be careful about the natural gas. Anything what you think about natural gas might be a little bit of a trap. I don't really follow natural gas. I do follow oil quite closely because of inflation and everything else. And I really believe that inflation is driven off of gas prices. So when people tell you out there on the news, oh, you're fine, inflation is in check, and you know, Pew Pew Powell says, Pew Pew Powell comes out and says that you know, inflation. His biggest thing that he said earlier this week was, I'm paraphrasing his quote. He basically said if inflation comes in, they're not going to do anything about it. Newsflash, inflation is already here. You've already seen it in your gasoline prices. That's your inflation indicator. That's the indicator that I use. As your gas prices go up, there's a small period of time before that catches up to manufacturing, and then their prices go up. used to be known as fuel surcharges. If you take Lyfts or if you take Ubers and you start seeing fuel surcharges or things like that, you might look at it on there. All right, so we're on 1234. Should have enough to finish the stream of water. Where are we at here? I'm going to go back into the right at 35. Let's see here. Hey, you guys can't see my laptop. I can't get my laptop to show up as a source. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. Close. Oops. And okay. I am trying to grow this, and usually I'll go to the Reddit live chat after the stream. I'll hang out in there if anybody has any other questions after we get finished streaming here. But we're going to be taking a look on the close. We're going to have my broker account for the level 2s up. Nice turn on the S&P. Look at that. Nice turn on the S&P. So what we have is we've now got the S&P in the green, attaboy, 1.74. NASDAQ is down 94, and the Dow, thanks to companies like Boeing doing very well today, is up 275. So looking pretty good there. So AMC, again, taking a look at here, we have over on the right, these were our time and sales. This is going to be, the green's obviously going to be the buys. The reds are going to be sales. These are actual sales over here. These are actual orders on the systems, and it actually, mine tells you what system it's on. Is it on the Edge? Is it on the MIAX? Is it on the NASDAQ? Is it on the ARCA? Where are the shares being offered at? For sale or for purchase? High-low scan, don't pay any attention to this. I might put a different scanner in there. I might put a gap scanner in there. Sometimes when I'm scalping, I'll look at some gap scans or momentum plays. But 1123 certainly looking good. Great bottom at that 1085. That is a super bottom. Where are we at? 1119. So that's a nice 3% jump off the bottom there at 1085. That looks really good. So looking at here, we have some orders. 1121. That disappeared. So what you'll see is, you might have 12,000 shares here or 10,000 shares at 1124 on a buy, and that might disappear, and those might not get filled, and he may drop it down further and drop it down further and drop it down further, especially on the sell side. So if these orders are orders to sell the stock, okay, they may not hit that because of where the stock is going, or even on the buy side. So if I'm buying a stock, I'm going to buy over off of this column. I'm going to wait for it to drop a penny or so because I want to add liquidity to the market. If I'm selling, I will sell it at the higher price, so I add liquidity to the market. That gets me less transaction fees on my Charles Schwab account. So I trade at Schwab. I won't show you balances, as I said. So these are all your level 2 quotes that you see in here. And by the way, can you guys see those? The level 2 quotes, you're able to view those, right? Can you actually see the numbers on there? Let me know down in the chat or even on YouTube too if you can see those quotes in the level 2s and if you can see the time and sales. Because what I can do for next week is I can make myself a little smaller and I can possibly make this a little bigger, but I don't want to remove the S&P and the VIX down there because I look at it all the time and I need it for my own trading purposes. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we're sitting 11:19. We've got 21 minutes left to go before the market closes. Now what we're going to get at 10 minutes to close, we've gotten it the last 2 days, is we've got the buy-in balances. So what that means is it could be market makers playing games, but that means that they are not able to match up orders on the buy side to match the sell orders, okay? Depending on the numbers and depending on where it's at, and depending on how close we are to $11 at that point, it may or may not cause the price to end either slightly above or slightly below. But if we end with a buy imbalance on the buy side and we end below $11, then it is absolutely a manipulated market, which we know that it is already. Why? Because we can't see the short positions. We're not allowed to see the short positions, yet I and everybody else can view the level 2s. What would it be like if we had short positions over here in another box? And it showed us who was short versus twice a month. They should really do that for us. All right, so going back, we'll take another quick look at the charts here. AMC, some of the other ones, Ford is up 53 cents on the day. NVIDIA is only down 574. Yes, 514. I'll take that as a win. U.S. oil is down 26 cents. I'm taking that as a loss today. That's okay. I'm in that long term. And AMC, we're sitting here at 91 cents up. 269 on the GameStop. Again, this thing has been range bound all day into the 260s and the low 270s, or middle, the 260s, high 260s and the 270s. It's never had enough juice to get up to 300, folks. If you're hoping for 300, if you have any options on at 300, you're probably down to a penny right now. So you're probably not going to close those out. They're probably just going to expire worthless. So unfortunately, that's just the play that we have. My decision is I've got to decide if my call options on AMC for next week, my $4 call options, I'm considering rolling those out to a further date instead of either exercising or taking my profits. I'll make that decision in the middle of the week next week, and we'll take a look at that. Let's go back to the level 2 quotes. Again, anything gray over here, this is all dark pool stuff, folks. This is all dark pool. Hey, don't forget, the largest shareholder in AMC right now, in my own opinion, which I am going to be 100% wrong, I believe might possibly be Vanguard. And that's all based on mutual fund purchases that they did. They bought millions of shares on March 1st. They bought millions of shares on March 1st. And looking at the range, if you took an average of the day, they are at 8.74 minus 1122. They're already up 248. 2.48 divided into 8.74. They are up 28% in 12 days. Way to go, Vanguard. We've got Vanguard on our side. We've got Northern Trust Bank on our side. Charles Schwab, they added shares of AMC into their mutual funds as well this month. Or I'm sorry, last month, February 16th. Citadel had puts on AMC the day before the GameStop hearing, and they didn't tell anybody about it because nobody asked them the question, well, what about the other AMC? Do you guys have short positions there? We have no short positions left in GameStop. Yeah, that's what I got for you there, Citadel. So Citadel is possibly short in AMC right now. It's an unknown. We don't have full positions that haven't been reported, so we don't know where they're at exactly. But we'll hopefully get those. We'll hopefully get those soon. Okay. All right. So here we go. We got the level 2 quote. Still 1122. Actually looking quite good on AMC here. Take it back down to 30 seconds. Still on a buy indicator on a 30-second, and that's on the indicator all the way down here. Ignore any sell indicators up here. I don't use those to trade on a 30-second chart. They're just so that I have all the stuff I'm looking at to buy or sell something on one screen at the same time. Looking up to the right, I'm looking at your S&P. S&P is flattening out, and our VIX, how did my iPad get over there? I can't see the corner. And my VIX volatility index, these trade inverse. So if this goes up, that's bad news for the markets. If it goes down, it's good news for the markets. It will trade inverse to the S&P. I use that as confirmations of a buy on sentiment, which means if everything lines up, but the S&P is going down, chances are I won't make a trade. Depends on my rules. So 2 of the things, they want my story and they want me to go over my rules in a video. I will make those videos. I promise to make those videos. I just can't tell you when they're going to be out. I've got a couple that I'm already working on. The story is one of them. It's a 5-year story. It may go back a little bit further, and that'll be about 12 minutes long, I think, at the end. We'll see where that goes. So 1119. Looks like our buy volume on this last run-up is definitely exceeding the sell volume. That's good news. GameStop 271, no change there. Rocket 2514 coming back just a little bit. NVIDIA 514 only down $5. That's good. See some of the other ones. Boeing, great day for Boeing, up 6%. We have Tesla down $7, $691. Slight pull, but there's an up candle on the S&P 500. So what I do immediately is when I see candles on a possible turn, I look at the S&P. My eyes just immediately go to my monitor over there, and I look at it, and I'm staring it right in the face to look. Volume on AMC today, looking pretty good, but we're not going to make the average today. We're at 103 versus 152, 103 divided by 152. So we are at 68% of the volume of the average shares traded on a market cap of 4.2. We're not going to get a sell indicator on the 3-minute. That's still operating on a buy indicator at 1101. On the 30, again, the 50 and the 200 averages don't mean much on a 30-second chart. Where they mean something to me is on a 3-minute. So you might see some pressure here at this 1110 if it hits it. But we're at 1119, so that looks okay for now. S&P is flattening out. We've got 4 minutes before the buy side or sell side imbalances hit. You'll see those live on stream as well. And again, if you're looking at an order hypothetically of buying something on the close and writing it into the weekend, a buy side imbalance on this stock has historically led to not necessarily post-market, but pre-market buying at 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific or 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on a Monday morning before the market's open. Okay. So the market's open for pre-market. I can wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, and I have 5.5 hours I can trade if I want to in the pre-market. But volume, very, very small volume. But it will tell you and teach you about sentiment as far as what's going on. Okay. If there's anything else you guys want to look at before we stay on AMC for the close in the next 13 minutes, let me know. We can take a quick look. You will not hear me saying for sure about something as asinine as saying, oh, yeah, we got this. No chance in hell it's going down below 11. Ain't gonna happen. We're good. We won the battle. We rock. You won't hear me saying that. We're not there yet. We're not there until the bell. Until the bell rings, until the bell tolls, it's all just a guessing game. And my guess is just as good or as bad as others. But we do have support at the 1102 level. And again, this candle right here, let me zoom in just a little for you. The fact that it's not hitting this and it's not hitting the 1116 and dipping below is good. Let me go to 3-minute. Hold on. I'm looking at my Bollinger Band. I've got my blue above my red, still on a buy signal. My sells, my volume sells are not exceeding the buying sells. That looks good. So in 2 minutes, we're going to know if they're going to lodge something. HFT, churning, high frequency trading, drive to the bottom. So with that, I'm going to get something ready here. I don't want to do that much. I'm sorry. You guys will have to forgive me. All right, I'm going to get an order ready to go for 250 shares of AMC in my taxable account. And I'm just going to watch it. Again, because I'm profitable on my calls already, I'm making bank on this. There's a drop. There we go, 12.49. Where are we at here? Hold on. So right at some kind of algorithm just triggered that, and that's why you got a volume spike down. So here it comes. So here comes our 10 minutes. I would not be, well, I'm going to hold that statement. So this is on a 30-second. Go back to the 3-minute. Didn't issue a sell, but you could front run it because the blue is about to if you were if I was scalping right now, I'd be out. But I'm not scalping, I'm holding. Only because it's towards the end of the day on a Friday. But you have the S&P going up and the VIX going down. That's good news. We're at 1250. Okay, if there's any buy-side imbalance, we're going to see it show up in my news feeder right here, 1110. You're looking for green. You want green over here. When you see red, they're trying to drive the price down. There's some greens to match it. Don't forget, folks, we've got a lot of institutions on our side now. There were a huge amount of people. Northern Trust Bank, big Midwest firm, a lot of wealthy clients, okay? A lot of wealthy clients. Vanguard, I think they had, from earlier streams in the week, what did we look at? 4, 5, or 6 different funds bought in on March 1st to AMC and increased their position, Vanguard, by millions of shares. So we're not the only ones in this battle anymore. And again, if it's a battle up to 20, will we hit that 20 anytime soon? Dude, I don't know. I hope so. If we hit 20, I'll take some profits, or I may ride it higher. It depends on my rules, but it depends on my YOLOs. If I've got cash to burn, here we go. Good news. Here we go. 121,000 shares. Look at that. There you go. Hold on a second. I need to get into the Reddit, and I'm going to post that. 121,000, what is it? 121,002. Imbalance. Okay. All right. I wanted to post that in the Reddit threads. I want to make sure I'm contributing good information. All right. So New York Stock Exchange order imbalance. If you were with me yesterday, earlier today, we talked about this. A buy side imbalance means that the market maker is responsible for providing the liquidity to settle those trades. Okay. It means there are not enough sell orders at prices, and we've got an imbalance of 121,000 shares. I didn't take notes on the buy side on prior days because it doesn't matter. It's old news. It's old information. We're operating on known knowledge now, but that is good news for the stock. That is absolutely good news. I'm going to take one quick look, and then this will be it. We'll go back to the level 2s. We did not get issued a sell indicator based on this wick up here. So it would probably, a sell indicator on a 3-minute would have to drop down to probably the 11, total guess right now, 1108, 1107. We might come back to that a little bit, go back to the 30-second. These are live quotes. On my brokerage account, these are level 2 quotes. These are live 30-second quotes. I pay extra $6 a month for all the exchanges, or 3 of the US ones, to tell me what to do, okay? Don't follow any buyer signals on the 30-second chart. Hey, if you're just joining me from either the Reddit stream or you're over there on YouTube, hey, drop a comment into the actual, not only into the chat, but do me a favor. I'm trying to get the algorithms to help out. The way they're wired on YouTube is you need to drop a comment. Great stream, something like that. Something longer would be helpful. On Twitch, I'm good with you guys. We're getting the stuff in the Reddit as well. I will be in the Reddit stream for any additional questions on my analysis of the day. If we're looking at that, nice candle there back up. That's good. 7 minutes left. Again, we did not get a sell indicator on the 3-minute. Nice, 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 nice. So just like I was talking about, when we get a buy balance indicator and that buy balance indicator is showing up, and let's go back to the level 2 quotes. When we have this come in over here and we've got that 121,000 shares on the buy side, that's good news. I do want to check GME real quick because I know some of you hold that too, and that's probably valuable information for you. And we have no buy side imbalance on GME today. I wouldn't expect that because it's trading in the range. And the range that GME at, let's see where they're at. Whoops, sorry, go all the way back up here. 266, yeah, they're done for the day. They are done for the day on GME. They're range bound. They're not hitting 300. They never really had a chance to 300. Once it hit the 295.50 and bounced off, they never had a chance. But great news. Anybody above 250 is probably going to be safe on AMC. You do have some exposure on the 260 calls, but possibly the 265s. That might push. Still too early to call on AMC, but the buy side imbalance of 121,000 shares, that's good stuff. The battle is drawn. We called it earlier. We called it this morning when we were a half hour before the market. We try and figure out, hey, where's the battle going to be? I look at all the options. I look at the trades. I look at the short interest, which is all bullshit, right? I look at the institutional ownership. I check the Fintel stuff. I see if there's any other additional buy, sells, calls, puts being entered into the system. I'll look, sorry, level 2 quotes. Let me leave this up to the close. I'm not moving from this screen. So if you guys got anything else, let me know. I can look at it over here if I need to. But, you know, the battle lines were drawn at this $11. We stayed there most of the day. Had some people panicking a little bit, some paper hand bitches down there in the 10 range. But hopefully, if you were listening to my stream, you got some good due diligence today. I hope what I said was helpful in some of the other stuff. I almost did it again. See, this is what happens. All right, so my stream this morning, I talked about my personal story. I got emotional. I do promise I will make a video on that, but not today. All right, so we're at 11:09, and we're coming up here with 5 minutes left to the close. Look at that, 81 cents, 11:09. I've got an order ready to go. Okay, I've got an order ready to go at 10.95 if I need to. I love buy-side imbalances. They freaking rock. Love buy-side imbalances. So buy-side imbalance, in case you're new to the stream, you don't know what those are. That means the market maker, the one that is basically in charge of making the market on AMC, has a fiduciary responsibility to add liquidity or take away liquidity in the market to settle trades. So what that market maker has to do is they have to settle 121,000 shares on the buy side that they do not have sell orders to match to. Now, we don't know what those orders are. Are those buys but they've got to be buys above the current price at basically when that was listed at 10 minutes before close. That's when those come out. So as long as we're following this stock, I'll post those in the Reddit subreddit on the thread. I can't pay attention over there on the subreddit thread because I'm doing this, and my voice can do a lot better damage with helping people. Damage on the good side, damage can be good. Helping on the good side by voice versus typing something in, because then I got to stop talking. All right, we got 6 viewers over there. And hey, if you're on YouTube, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. More importantly, put a comment down below on the stream on YouTube and let me know if this was helpful or you enjoyed something stupid that I said on the stream. All right, 11:07, looking good there. I'm gonna go back on my word. I lied. I just want to look at GameStop, because I know some of you guys got that. Rocket down 88 cents. I'm good with that. 24.96. That's fine. I would have a break even on the shares I still own at 23.73, so I'm good there. 3-minute chart. Little issue there. Little issue on GameStop. All right, 11:07. Back to the battle. 30-second chart. I got a buy ready to go. 500. See, 500 shares is my default. I really got to be careful. I could do 500. I could do. Let's see. My own personal stuff. Divided by. I could do 1,000 shares if I wanted to and not blink an eye. I don't think I'll need to, but I'm prepared to buy something. Let's take a look here. All right, so we've got 1 minute left to close. It looks okay. Let's get the clock up. I've got a 500 share order ready to go at 10.95. We're at 11.11, but again, we got a buy side imbalance. Hey, I'm already into this thing for call options on 4,500 shares, so I'm good. 20 seconds left to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Show me the money. Look at that green, baby. Look at those buy orders go through on your time and sales. Look at that. These are your level 2 quotes. It'll even tell you the exchange that it's on. Here's your time and sales. Those are real orders. Boom. 11:14. 11:14. 11:16 on the close. Yes. Nicely done, gentlemen. Nicely done. Nice job. I had a 500 share order ready to go to press the button. I put it in at 1095. I could have made it bigger if I needed to, but I left it in at 1095 just in case it did dip down quite a bit and if I needed to do something there. Thank you for going live. Good stuff. To subscribe. Hey, thank you, Silver Bull Run 2021. Appreciate it. Let's go AMC. Hey, hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you're over there, and give me a follow. Give me a follow on Twitch as well, and help me out with the algos because I do want to teach people. There's a lot more stuff I have to give besides just going over AMC. And if y'all are fortunate enough to stick around and look at that stuff, you might accidentally learn something. All right, so now we're going to go into the aftermarket. We closed at 11:16. Let's take a look at where we were on the tail of the tape. I do need to pick up my phone, and I do need to, I want to check where I was at on the day myself. So, did I make any trades today? Nope. Not a single freaking trade. I didn't need to. If I needed to make a trade, I try and make $191 a day scalping. Nice. Let's look at the averages. Where'd they end up at? Hold on a second. 0.9% on the Dow, negative 0.59 on the NASDAQ, 0.1 on the S&P. Your boy Crypto Sonar, I'm up 1.64% across all my accounts today. Okay, so I'm up 1.64% across all my accounts. I don't know if I can show you that because it'll show the number. So I can't show my phone to show you that, and it won't let me take screenshots. I'd have to take it with my iPad and then show the screen because my brokerage account doesn't allow screenshots. Go figure. But definitely good stuff. So let's look at overall, see where we ended up. Again, we on the I'm going to go to the indexes first, and we'll come back to AMC, and I'll talk to you about the weekend. All right, and things to look at for the weekend. So this is going to be important. Good stuff for the weekend here. All right, so Dow Jones, we ended up 291. Hey, thanks for the shout out. 2021 Silver Bull Run over there on YouTube. Appreciate it. Dow Jones ended up 291. S&P 500 ended up green on the day. Yeah, baby. Up 4 points to 0.1. And the NASDAQ down 78.8. Looking at the heat map, all your tech stuff was down. So, well, how are you up 1.6%? What do you do that's so special? Things I talk about on the channel, like U.S. Oil, USO, like Ford. Ford is Ford my biggest holding? Ford is my biggest holding, followed by U.S. Oil. Those are my two biggest. Okay, and I'm thinking of some protection option strategies on my Ford. All right, let's get into GameStop real quick here, and then we'll finish off with AMC. GameStop, basically, we ended up at 264.50, up 1.73. Oh, you son of a bitch! I should have put all my money into GameStop. I only made 1.64%, and those frickin' retarded apes made 1.73. I'm an absolute failure. Goodbye. I'm absolutely thrilled for anybody. Listen, if you had GameStop and you bought in above 300, hopefully, for the good of all that is good, I hope you exited and took some profit above 300 when we hit that 348 the other day. So if you're in at the 200s, I haven't done a lot of due diligence on GameStop because I'll just leave it at that. AMC is my boy. I like GameStop. If they ever get consistent PS5s in stock, I will personally go there. I'll stream it live, my purchase of a PS5. I'm still operating with a PS3 downstairs with all the bells and whistles, but it's got a good size hard drive on it. But let's talk about AMC. We talked about the most important news that we had on AMC, which we knew 10 minutes left to close. And, you know, I don't know if other people are talking about this on other streams. Good for them. I hope they are. I hope they have access to it and they're looking at some of these things. But we had a buy side imbalance of 121,000 shares. What does that mean? That means the market maker has to provide liquidity into the markets. They are personally responsible for making sure that those shares are settled by providing liquidity in the market. How do they do that? They do that through a couple different things: arbitrage, or making sure they come up with the shares and then hedging that with an opposite position to provide the liquidity in the market. So the fact that we had 121,000 shares at 10 minutes before the market closed, again, I dropped that over on the Reddit thread as well. I hope somebody hey, if you guys are over on the Reddit thread, if I post something like that, like if at 10 minutes before the market closed, if I post a buy side imbalance in a Reddit thread on AMC, do me a favor. There's so many bots in there and everything else. Hit the reply on that one so other people see it as it scrolls through. And because I think it's important, it's a critical piece of information that I use every day at the end of the day, depending if I'm going to all cash towards the end of the day or holding a position over the weekend. My risk factor, I take a lot more risk. Somebody says, Silver Bull Run said he did a good job today with purchasing MDMP, never heard of it. Hold on a second. MDMP. He was nice enough to MDMP. What is it? Pharma? 61 cents. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. That does not meet my risk profile. I don't do the penny stocks. Well, I take that back. I do. I do select pharmaceuticals. I do ITRM, Iterum, which is down 5 cents, and NMTR. I have both shares and call options that expire next week. I'll decide what I'm going to do with those next week as well. But I do not participate in the super penny stocks. I'm not as retarded because I can do, in my own experience, I can take a company like Boeing and I can ride that thing up and down all day long on the buys and the sells and shorten it possibly even at some points like I did with Facebook before. But my scalping exists around big companies. LOL, I'm not a pro yet. Neither am I. I'm an absolute retarded Gen Xer that has no idea what he's doing and does this for education and entertainment. This is not financial advice. Consult your tax advisor. Consult your financial advisor. Don't do what I would do because you will lose 100% of your money. There you go. Okay, so AMD. I lost money on AMD before. AMC, 88 cents on the goal. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn on the aftermarket. Aftermarket, we're down 4 cents. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Well, if you own shares, you can trade up until 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern time in the after hours during the week. So if you have that ability, if you don't, call your broker. You can check with them if you have that ability, or sometimes they got to give you permission to do it, much like a margin account. So you have to have permission for that. Be very careful, folks. Look, if you're looking at any of the option plays that I'm doing, get yourself a book. Start watching YouTube videos. I do most of those as YOLOs or protection hedges against shares that I own. Or I'll do straddles and combinations that basically say that I buy a call up here, I do a put down here, and then I hope that it doesn't close within the range at a set place and time. That it closes up here, I make a profit. If it closes down here, I make a profit. I just won't make profit in between. So there's different things like that. Maybe somewhere down the road, I need to start a Discord and we can drop some knowledge in there, and you guys can participate in that. Here's what I'm willing to bet. My years in financial sector, where I worked for Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith, and I worked for Prudential Securities, and my years with them, gave me the emotional discipline and the knowledge to do what I do. But not only that, I think it gives me the opportunity to hopefully share some of that knowledge and education with others. we've had millions of new investors coming into the markets. Millions have come in over the last couple of years, and a lot of them don't know what they're doing. So if you're learning a few things here and there and you like what you're seeing, do me a favor. Reach out to your loved ones. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to others you know and say, hey, there's a guy I'm starting to watch over here, and he's just stupid enough to have a couple brain cells working up north, and might be able to learn a couple things. But again, don't do what I do. Okay. All right. So AMC, what I'm looking for over the weekend, I'm going to be watching the box office. And what I'll do is you can just type in, if I can spell correctly, box office results. And then you can, I use DuckDuckGo as my search engine. I also use Brave browser. I also still have my ad blocker taken off. Box office results. Is that an ad? I can't tell. We'll just click on the first one. Here we go. Let's make that a little bigger for you. Okay. Raya and the Last Dragon. This is for last weekend. So I'll be looking Monday morning before the markets open. Again, I'm going to start my stream at 30 minutes before the market opens at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. Tom and Jerry coming in number 2 on the week with 6.5 million. Raya and the Last Dragon. I don't even know what is there anything coming out this weekend? I don't even know. Wonder Woman is still up there, 500 grand. You could run this thing all the way down, and there's some sites that show that films made like $200. Land is interesting. What's her name? She was in the White House movie with Kevin Spacey. Robin Wright. There we go. Robin Wright. She had a movie on Land, and that's Focus Pictures. It's been out for 4 weeks. When that thing comes out, I want to watch it because it's interesting with some of the belief systems I have and people trying to live off the grid. So I'll look at box office results. I'll be interested to look in that. I'll have some of that information for you Monday morning when the stream starts a half hour before the market opens. But overall, good day. Let me check my precious metals. Those are at the bottom. Gold. Oh, you know what? I also didn't check. Hold on a second. I've got to look at my ring camera. What time is it? It's 1:12 where I'm at. I'm waiting for UPS to come. And I have some more metal coming today. Yes, we have metal coming. I bought the proof sets from the US Mint that had a release on the proof sets, and I think I bought 3 of those. I bought 1 for me and 2 for my kids, and I give them silver as well, and so that they can hopefully start their what's called stacking, real value type stuff. And so palladium was up $20. Platinum was up $9.81, and silver was down 22% because it's a 100% absolutely manipulated market. Okay. However, guard your catalytic converters. Stay off the Nextdoor apps because those will talk to you about catalytic converter thefts across the country. They are mining your catalytic converter for palladium, platinum, and rhodium because they can melt that stuff down and go sell it for junk, and people will buy those things. So if you have a car that's parked on the street, get yourself some cameras, get yourself an alarm, and because they can rip those things off in 30, there's YouTube videos of thieves cutting off catalytic converters in like 30 seconds. So be careful there. All right, so GameStop, again, up 450 on the day, up almost 1%. And in the after hours, I'm sorry, it's up 150. It was up 1.73% on the day, up 264.50. But our AMC coming in like a freaking boss is up 8.56%. So up to 11.16. Again, we have institutions on our side. I'm not as concerned about the short interest. If the thing squeezes, if we can squeeze them out and the interest rates go up and the FinTel stuff is garbage and we don't know truly what the short interest is, I'll look at that stuff every day. We can see real quick if they updated that. And I don't subscribe to these folks. Hey. Come on. Close that one. Close that one. Close that one. I think everybody's trying to look at the same thing here. Okay, so but anyway, so we're at 11.20 in the aftermarket. We're up 4 cents, so up 0.36% in the aftermarket. The stock itself was up 8.56%. 11.16 wasn't even a battle. They let that thing go down to what? 11.04. 11.04 in the last hour of trading, because the institutional stepped in. And look at the buy volume. Look at the buy volume at the end. Buy volume here. The selling volume never quite hit it. So they made a little bit of an attempt to drive it, but there was too much buying pressure in there. If we go over here and look at the short interest on AMC, we'll see if they lied to us again. Probably. All right, that didn't change. It was at 4,900,000 shares. And what was the interest rate at? Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, an hour ago, they're telling us that on a day that AMC went up 8.56% now, okay? This is fintel.io. Some of the streamers use it. I look at it too. I need to get a better source for this stuff. I might be willing to pay for it, depending. But you know, I don't know if this is ever going to happen again. They're trying to tell us that the interest rate to borrow shares of AMC is 1.98%. Let's qualify this. Let me get rid of the externals. And you're going to tell me, okay, that this thing has been going up from where'd we start the week at? We started the week at 807 ballpark. Okay. 8th of March 6th. Here we go. Right here. You tell me that this stock went up 39% in 5 days. In 5 days, it's up 39%. And there's plenty of shares to borrow. And the interest rate is only 1.98%. I'm calling it right there. Somebody said earlier in the stream today that this stuff was crap on Fintel. And yeah, I'm telling you right there. Maybe I will on Monday. I don't know. And will they tell me the truth? Somebody said earlier this morning they called, was it TD Ameritrade? Which is basically Schwab, because Schwab owns them now. And that the borrow rate was 11.98%, I think. And then somebody posted a broker dealer up in Canada at 13% borrow rate. And yeah, Fintel is showing short interest borrow rate at 1.98%. I'll see what I can do on that and maybe get some better information, but it's all a guessing game because legally they only have to advertise the information of the facts of what they've done twice a month. So until those rules are changed, we're not going to get the truth. We're not going to get the truth on that, right? So so there you go. Okay, all right, folks. I think I'm spent. We're at 18 minutes past the close here. Let me go back into 30 seconds. Let me go back into externals. Hey, listen. Thank you, truly, from my heart. Thank you all for coming in here. I hope to see you during the week. Short volume. Okay, so Dennis says, and I don't know if your name is Dennis. It's just, or is it Denise? I don't even know. Short volume is 31% and the borrow rate is 1.98%. LOL. Right? Exactly. You can't tell me that a stock went up 39% from Monday to Friday close. 39%. And the short borrow rate is only at 1.98%. And there's enough shares to go around to borrow. There is no expiration of a short position. And by the way, options are unlimited. Options are unlimited. You want to have fun? Go into Fintel, click on AMC, click on the SEC filings. Then when you get to that page, click on ownership, drill down to the buys and the sells, and scroll back to February 16th, and you'll find Citadel. Now look at the puts. that were on there and the calls that were on there, and do a little due diligence between March 16th and then on March 1st, you're going to see all the Vanguard buys across 5 of their mutual funds. You're going to see Charles Schwab in there. You're going to see Northern Trust in there in February buying shares of AMC. We're up 39% on the week. Why did I pick my battle with AMC instead of picking GameStop? It's a better company in my opinion. The long-term prognosis is bullish. The long-term prognosis for a theater chain is good. You're going to have from Memorial Day to 4th of July, boom, 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 boom. You're going to have major releases every single week. Oh, and by the way, Warner Brothers, most likely, maybe we'll see something in Variety over the weekend. I'm going to do some research and find an article on this. But the CEO on the earnings call said that they take what you will of the fact that they probably made a deal with Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers is dual releasing. So if AMC normally pays 50% of box office proceeds, which is why the popcorn is $20, which he said buy popcorn. Don't just go to the movie. Make sure you buy some food. Just spend the money. Take your tendies and run, or your DGen tendies and run. But he basically said that they're going to they made a deal with Warner Brothers. He just about came out and said it on stream that they made a deal with Warner Brothers. So listen, I'm done. We're done. That's it for today. Hey, I'm going to drop into the Reddit chat because the bots are probably gone at this point. If you have any questions, let me know. Hey, make sure you drop a follow on the stream. Hey, thanks for the good stream stuff. Appreciate the heads up. Nice. Yes, it happened to me. Thanks, Silver Bull Run, and those of you on YouTube. I think there's only one of you left over there. And we got 6 viewers here, so everybody's just about gone. So listen, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Monday morning before the market opens. Hey, I'll probably have a stream upload on Sunday for a cryptocurrency update and a precious metals update. I'm going to try and do that once a week as well, so we'll diversify a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. Appreciate you stopping by. Have yourself a absolutely fantastic weekend with an 8.5% gain on AMC, and we will see you next time.